people never seem to remember my name. That is, unless they want something from me. I'm looking at you, salespeople. I'm just one of those forgettable people, I guess. Or maybe everyone else has the same problem and I just never knew. I hear all the excuses too. Oh, I'm terrible with names, or I'm better with faces. Harmless as it may seem, someone blatantly telling me they don't remember my name kind of makes me feel insignificant. Like I didn't matter enough the first time I met them to make a lasting impression. Don't get me wrong, I'm totally guilty of forgetting names or getting names wrong as well. It happens to the best of us. We can't be expected to remember every name of every person we ever come in contact with, right? But what if someone chose to remember my name? Not because they wanted something from me, but because they knew in the future, in the likelihood that we meet again, they could use the simple act of remembering my name to build me up and make me feel less invisible. Knowing how valued people feel when their name is known, and how unimportant they feel when their name is forgotten, I feel like we really should be making more of a conscious effort to remember someone's name when we come in contact with them, at least for longer than 5 minutes after the introduction was made. One of the simplest acts of kindness you can do for someone is to remember and speak their name. You may not have ever given it much thought, but when you call someone by name, it really lights them up and makes them feel like they're significant to you. It's a really easy way to win friends and build relationships. Blanking on someone's name, however, makes them feel insignificant and forgettable. It makes you come off like you never cared about them and never planned to see them again. It's awful when you have to awkwardly ask someone to repeat their name, or instead say something generic like, "Hey there," to work around the issue, especially when you've just been introduced. With our increasing reliance on the internet to keep us informed and up to date, memorization of any kind is becoming a lost art. But remembering names is important on so many levels. It makes people feel good when they hear their name, and as a result, they'll pay better attention to you. They'll also make more of an effort to remember you later, which could prove very beneficial to you and your cause. Influential leaders always take care to call people by their names. That's not an accident. They know it matters. When meeting someone new, there's a lot to take in. Their appearance, the conversation, and any distractions happening around you at the moment. It's understandably difficult to get past all of that to get their name permanently stored in your memory bank. It takes a little bit of brain work. So if you want to get better at remembering names, try these exercises to dramatically increase your ability to catch names and keep them at the top of your mind. The first one is meet and repeat. When you get someone's name, don't just nod and continue the conversation. Try to plug the name into what you're saying. For example, "Hi Mark, nice to meet you." Or, "How long have you been in the industry, Sam?" Use the name just a few times throughout the conversation. Not too much, or you'll come off as very creepy. Use the name one last time when you're saying goodbye as an added effort to commit the name to memory. The second thing to try is spelling it out. If you have a visual memory, create a mental picture of the person's name. Ask the person you're meeting to spell their name if it's an unusual one. If not, then maybe ask for a business card and glance at the person's name while you're talking to them. This will create a better connection between the person and the visual name. You can also try association. When you first hear a name, come up with a verbal game or pattern involving something you know about the person. Something like Joanne from Jamaica or Steve in sales. You can also picture images that sound like the person's name and combine it with other things you know about them. For example, if you meet someone named Katie at the library, imagine a kitty reading a book. Try making connections. Another trick is to make a connection between the person you're talking to and someone else you know with the same name. As you meet someone, consider a famous person or just someone you know well who shares their same name, and maybe even looks somewhat like them. For example, Melissa, like my sister, or Justin, who looks like Justin Timberlake. Choose to care. Most psychologists and memory experts claim that one of the main reasons we forget names is that we're just not focused on learning it in the first place. We simply don't care. So one simple thing you can try is to just decide to care. If you make a conscious decision that you're going to remember names, you will immediately become much better at doing it. Your JOYkwondo exercise today is to make a list of people whose names you don't remember. Since you obviously can't write their name down on the list, you'll have to use phrases like the new girl at work or that guy who showed up to our golf game. Commit to learning each and every one of the names on your list. Your homework is to then say their name to them the next time you meet up with them. Pay attention to their response. Did they light up and feel noticed? Was a friendship formed or the relationship deepened? Or did they get embarrassed that they totally don't know your name?